Me? Et moi? Hey, let me hook you up here a little bit. Oh, wait. It's a Friday? It must be big sales time. Let me hook you up here, Fanatic and WIP. If you'd like me to program your stations, tune in today because I got some more content for you. See, I'm here to help. I'm here to educate. I'm here to teach these youngsters how to do a show. Most of those people don't know what the hell they're doing. So where do they come? They come to Big Sills, the fire starter. Oh my God. Don't tell me all this stuff is true. Holy cow. How you doing? Yeah? Hey, Twin says 500 owned Sills. Well, I own your freaking market. This is where they get their content from. AJ Owens, Mr. Bipolar. You're welcome. You're trending all day, sweetheart. You're trending all day. Man, 6 days to the draft, too? How you doing? I know, flexing. Hey, Brian, thank you, brother. Why is AJ Brown as the thumbnail? Because he's a drama queen. He's a drama queen. We're going to get a little serious on it, too, instead of just having fun with him, which is so easy. It's easy. He's bipolar. One of the absolute great NFL drama queens, AJ Owens, also known as AJ Brown. This guy's got a lot of TO in him. It's just more subtle. It's just a little more subtle. So let's chronicle the little diva's activities over the last week, shall we? Now, wait a minute. Hey, Barb, anyone, have I started this? Have I started this? Have I started this? Sue goes, here we go again. Here we go again? She goes, here we go again. Barb goes, no, not at all. Sue doesn't see it that way. How many people think that I started this BS with AJ Owens? Matt goes, you start everything, Sills. My wife would say that too, dude. Why would New England be so stupid to trade for a big contract wide receiver and not get a stud with the third pick on a rookie contract? Who says that Marvin Harrison is going to be as good as A.J. Brown? Are you nuts? A highly thought of wide receiver in the NFL draft versus a proven commodity. Really? I wouldn't take that bet. Yes, you did, Sills. Hey, get this. You got people at WIP right now saying that Marvin Harrison Jr. is better than A.J. Brown. I do not subscribe to that. Sills, A.J. Brown for the number 3 pick, and we get Marvin Harrison Jr. Keep cooking. These frauds like LJ. LJ, man, he has nothing to stand on anymore. Look, I think Marvin Harrison's a fine-looking ball player. But A.J. Brown is a legitimate NFL top 3 wide receiver in this league. For me to take a guess that Jalen Hurts is going to help that guy turn him into an all-pro receiver is highly suspect. Not even the Eagles would believe that. Okay? Think about what we have done to A.J. Owens. Seriously, man, what a baby. I thought some of you, by the way, the people that go on my Twitter page, James, our great IT guy, hey, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Half the shit you guys say, about me bringing this stuff up. I didn't bring any of it up. Let's chronicle it. You tell me if I did any of this. Devontae Smith gets his new deal 3 days ago. Hey, okay, El Yepa. AJ just wants more money. He wants to be a Pat, and he wants to get the dough. Here, let's chronicle it. Okay? Let's chronicle it. Devontae Smith gets his deal 3 days ago or a couple days ago, right? 3 days later, A.J. Brown changes his entire social media platforms to everything Patriots. His agent finds out about the conversations that the Patriots and the Eagles have had about him. The Eagles must have told him. Why else would he do that? I watched The Dynasty. He's a freaking liar. His agent told him that the New England Patriots had inquired about his availability. And you know who told him that? The Eagles. Then it's confirmed by Albert Breer and others. Yes, the Patriots had contacted the Philadelphia Eagles and Howie Roseman about his availability. So far, everything I've said is true. Look what Jay's trying to do. He's trying to make me into the drama queen when all these things are things the Eagles, the Patriots, Brown, and his agent have done. I'm just commenting on it. He's a liar. Then he tells us in a post. How about this? Then he tells us in a post, I didn't know changing my social media platforms to Patriot things was going to be so controversial. Then he deletes that post. This is all in 24 hours. My question, once again, is why? Why would you do that with a team that's already fragile with its leadership? You've lost Jason Kelsey, Fletcher Cox. Your quarterback is being questioned for leadership. Your head coach is being questioned for leadership. And you got a wide receiver that's creating a soap opera. What's the point? Don't you think if you were a leader, you would try to settle the noise instead of creating drama? A.J. Brown did all of this because he wants more money. I told you. And when James put that post up, I know a lot of people were a little bit suspect on that post. How's that post look now? To the point? Slow news day? He's trending on X right now. Forrest Hill goes, Sills, love you, but move on. Oh, I see. Move on from your headache wideout. I'd love to move on from him. Wide receivers like A.J. Brown are overrated. I can't point out it enough to you. Those guys are overrated. Having a big-time wide receiver on your team is overrated. Having a guy with 1,500 yards on your team is overrated. You want to move on? Hey, let's move on. I'll move on. Hey, Forrest, have a great Friday. You're not going to program my show. Go take a knee to some other guy. I don't care if you're here or not. If you think you're going to program this show because you're uncomfortable about your bipolar wideout, have at it. You can't threaten me. Like the Joker says, you have nothing that I've ever did, done, will do that will threaten me. Nothing. I'm not like them. Nothing. You have nothing to threaten me with. The Eagles have nothing to threaten me with. Nothing. IP, Odyssey, iHeart, you have nothing any longer to threaten me with. Nothing. They tried to threaten a YouTube show. You have nothing to threaten me with. Get over yourselves. But for some reason, people come to our show, and most notably the NovaCare Center. I could have 5 viewers, and they'd all be from that NovaCare Center on what I say. You know why? It's because of the people I know. How about we introduce a little chaos? Now you're talking. Hey, Chucky, now you're talking. How about we introduce a little chaos? Hey, Chunky, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Yes, sir, baby. This guy here, man. Here. Let's do this and let's be serious here. Here's my problem, honestly, with it. Do I think they're going to move A.J. Brown? Absolutely not. Is he a great ball player? Of course he is. It would have to be an extraordinary deal for the Patriots and the Eagles for them to make a move like that. Absolutely, all of that is true. My problem is with this guy's mentality. He is a nuclear meltdown, and he is so emotional, he's not reliable. He is not a reliable leader. I need leaders on this team. He's not one. Remember the question I ask you all the time? Who's taking the place for Jason Kelce and Fletcher Cox? It's surely not that guy. Jason Kelce's losing his Super Bowl ring in a bowl of chili. This guy is messing around and dicking around because he's butthurt because Devontae makes more money, and the Eagles, more so with the Eagles, are paying his buddy more money or as much money as him. Imagine being upset over that. You're upset. Why so serious? It's all seriousness. Hey, put that up there, Xander, because I want to make sure all super chats, please. 100 catches, 1,400 yards, reliable, brings you nothing. Hey, Xander, could you put that super chat up, please? Hey, by the way, Steve, what's it gotten you? Nothing. Wide receivers in the National Football League that are these big diva guys don't bring you Super Bowls. They just don't bring you Super Bowls. Anytime these big money receivers want and get big money, they don't deliver. They deliver for themselves. Howie sees a blockbuster deal. Bills, wide receiver 1, why not package Hurts Brown to Buffalo for Allen? That never will happen. We get it. So Eagles should get rid of their receivers and draft rookies every year. Why? The Patriots do, or the Kansas City Chiefs do. Hey, Xander, when we can get that super chat up again, I want to make sure that I put it all out there for you. Reddick sign yet? Right again, beast. Yeah, where's Hassan Reddick's deal? Only you told me he was getting a contract extension with the Jets. Where's that? Where's that? It's a win-win. It's a win-win. I'm going to get to Surtain. Promise. Win-win, baby. Really? For who? Let me know in 3 years, senor. Seth exposed that last night on Tone Show. Please let go of your GM takes. You want AJ gone when you make rumors. I didn't make rumors. The league listens. Please give AJ an offseason. This is not rumors. This is what he did. He chronicled this. He did this. These are his actions. These aren't rumors. The Patriots called the Eagles. Facts. He changed his social media after he found out that the Patriots had inquired about his availability. Then he came up with some bullshit lie that said, well, I watched Dynasty. I doubt he could spell Dynasty. Okay? I doubt it. The world revolves around him. You think he gives a shit about being an Eagle? Or 1,400 yards and 100 catches? Do you really think Stephon Diggs, do you really think he gave a shit on being a Bill? You think Justin Jefferson gives a shit that he's a Viking? Those guys don't care. Do you think Terrell Owens cared about being an Eagle, 49er, Cowboy? They don't give a shit about that. They care about their numbers. They're paid on numbers, not wins. They're not paid on wins. Whether you have a 6-game meltdown or 11 wins, get to a Super Bowl, or have 4 wins, A.J. Brown doesn't give a shit about any of that. He never will. Devontae does. You know how I know that? He took a haircut when it came to money he left on the table. He wants to play in Philly. There could be something to that too. A.J. Brown hasn't showed one thing where he wants to play in Philly. Devontae has showed me, you know how? Where it matters the most. In your pocketbook. How about this? Niners all damn day has got a situation going on with his team. You got Deebo Samuel and you got Brandon Ayuk. Well, if Brandon Ayuk wanted to play and be a Devontae Smith and play number 2 to Deebo Samuel, he'd take a pay cut. But he's bitching out loud. He doesn't do near and have the impact near of what Deebo does. Same as Devontae. But the roles are reversed there. I guarantee you Deebo would be crying too. Shit, he held out. Get this. Senor goes, Ayuk has more yards than Deebo. Are you trying to say that the impact on a football team with Brandon Ayuk is more than it is with Deebo Samuel? Have you ever watched a 49er game? Get this guy, Desmond. This guy, Miller. Just conjecture? Are you crazy, guy? Just conjecture? Have you been watching him the last week? Joey B, I like that. Dynasty spelled money. Should be money and stats too, Joey B. Should be money and stats. Deebo 890. Hey, get this, guys. Let's put Senor in his place. If you were going to draft a wide receiver right now and take a wide receiver, would it be Deebo Samuel or Brandon Ayuk? Who would you take? I even feel dumb asking that. Who in their right mind would take Brandon Ayuk? Who would take Devontae Smith over A.J. Brown? Sills, have you offered airtime to A.J. Brown? No, because you know why? He's like Joe Biden. No, not you. No, not you. You. No, not you. No, not you. You. No, not you. No, not you. You. No, not you. No, not you. And Bob Lang's in the background with a piece of paper. Don't go to him. Don't go to him. Don't go to him. Don't go to him. We just took his key fob away. This is the only place you get the truth now in Philly. It's the only place. You're not going to get fairness. And get this, you're also not going to get a show that brings people on like Philly 500 that completely disagreed with me. I put them on. I put you on. If this was a normal radio show at The Fanatic or at WIP, you know what the call screeners would be doing to you? Deleting you, blocking you. Do you understand that? You know that new Philly thing that they would be blocking you. We don't do that here. Unless you're completely obnoxious and say racially charged things. That's not what we do here. We open up this for everyone to agree or disagree. It's called debate. I hate to have to tell people this. This is your only voice. This is your only voice. You actually think, Brian, if Brian had a disagreement with me, you think one of those sensitive hosts over there are going to put you on to say that you're full of shit and how you're looking at this whole drama being played out by a diva wideout, that there's no need for it? Never. Never. Paul says, I'd take Ayuk over Debo. It's funny, every time I see Ayuk not on the field, doesn't matter. When I see Debo not on the field, it totally matters. You go right ahead, Paul. You'd probably take Devontae over AJ, too. It's okay. Joey, it's not that I'm the voice of reason. I'm the place that gives you the chance to contradict my takes. Okay, senor, take Brandon Ayuk. Have at it. That's your guy. I'll keep Debo. No problem. All those nerds on Twitter trying to cancel you, Sills. Yeah, you see that? There's people on Twitter that are reporting me for saying something about Patrick Surtain or chronicling what A.J. Brown has done. Been fighting it for 30 years. 30 years I've been fighting it. Those are all media people behind the scenes doing that shit. Making shit up. Lying. Senor, congratulations. Go get him. Let me ask you something, senor, before we go on. Do you think that offense is built around Ben and Ayuk in the passing game? Or do you think it's built around Debo and Kittle and Christian McCaffrey? You're out of your mind if you think he's the centerpiece on that team. He's probably the eighth best guy on that offense. But go ahead. I can't wait to see Brandon Ayuk in another offense like Pittsburgh. Good luck to you. Wonderful. Kittle's never healthy. Dude, I'm not debating this anymore. You take Ayuk, I'll take Debo Samuel. Listen, hey, 49er all day? Listen to that guy. Have him. Take him. I'll draft another guy and get the same results. Congratulations. You're a Brandon Ayuk guy. Go right ahead. Great. There's a reason that guy's making $24 million. And that other guy is not and never will. That guy will never make $24 million. I mean, congratulations, senor. Fantastic. Hey, get this. Look at here. Here's how dumb this guy is. 1 out of 5 seasons with over 900 yards. And yet he makes $24 million. How's that working? Then how is he making $24 million? How's he making $24 million? Brandon Ayuk would be the overpay. Oh, now he's overpaid. Brandon Ayuk would be the 4th wideout in Philly. No Super Bowls. Same as your boy A.J. Brown. Why have him? A.J., Debo, Chase, or Batman, Smitty, Ayuk, Higgins, or Robin. Completely true, Bob. Completely true. Completely true. Holy cow. Hey, like I said, this is the only place that you can come. For me, you couldn't do that on the radio stations in Philadelphia. I mean, right? You got Thumbtab spiking, giving you all these parameters that you have to have when you call into a show. He's kidding, but he's not. It's been a benchmark at IP since Tom Bigbie, not to keep a guy on over a minute. Used to act. You want to hear something? You want me to pull the curtain back on WIP a little bit? You know, one of the reasons I never really liked the station years ago, Tom Bigbie, the former program director in that building, used to have a light that if the caller was on and you were on longer than a minute, you had to disconnect. You couldn't voice your opinion because the PD didn't want you on for over a minute. That's like telling me to take a great record off. If there's a great song going off, I'm not going to take it off. If there's a shitty caller, you take them off immediately. That's my job, not yours, to determine that. That's not your job. Sitting in some desk telling me how to control my content. The content's been controlled there forever. AJ makes Sills cry like a bitch. Here. So here, let's do it one last time, then we'll move on to the topics, because I actually have some content today that's more than what this bitch AJ Brown does. He bitches. Not so much he's a bitch, he just bitches and moans and cries. I mean, look at the last 24 hours. Nobody's making anything up. He did it. How do you think this reflects? Hey, let's change gears. Let's change gears for a second. How do you think this reflects on the quarterback? How do you think this reflects on the quarterback? I'm done with the IU conversation. Over. Hey, senor, you win. Over. How do you think this reflects on the quarterback? How his diva buddy is acting? Jalen just shaking his head? Tom Brady controlled a murderer. Antonio Brown. Randy Moss. We're not talking about throwing the football and winning Super Bowls here. We're talking about leadership. I'm interested to hear what you think from my last super chat. Xander, can we get his last super chat up? I'd love to get it up there because I didn't get a chance to read it. I read some of it. As soon as we can get it up there, we will. There we go. Why so serious? In all seriousness, who are the top 5 biggest drama queens in the National Football League now and for all time? I think Tyreek Hill's a drama queen. I believe A.J. Brown's a drama queen. Ben Roethlisberger was one of the biggest bitches of all time. Even his coaches used to call him that. Let's see. T.O., Moss. It's funny, all the big name guys. And barely any of them have Super Bowls. Think about Tom Brady. Let me get back to that. So Tom Brady dealt with a murder, dealt with a bipolar Antonio Brown, a crazy-ass Gronkowski, a diva Randy Moss, and his job was to be a leader. So how does A.J. Owens reflect on Jalen's leadership when you saw what happened last year at the end of the year? Good, fair, bad. How do you think it reflects on him? How do you think it reflects on him? El Yapa thinks that AJ's a beast. He is. He's not going to win you a Super Bowl. None of those guys do. Big picking, bad. AB was never the same after the perfect hit. He won a Super Bowl after the hit. He won a Super Bowl in Miami. Or, excuse me, Tampa. What are you talking about? I'm an Eagle hater? No, I'm not an anybody hater. I told you before. I only hate one thing, Nazis. I don't hate anything. Well, Gators too. Gators too. And not alligators. Hey, Pickin, be nice to see your quarterback step up. Okay, let's move it on. How do you think this reflects on Nick Sirianni's leadership? Good, bad, fair? How do you think? Good, bad? Nick Sirianni. Senor says that Jalen Hurts is a great leader of men. Yeah, he looked it. All pouting on the sidelines, moaning and crying. Even Fletcher Cox said something about it. Might want to step up, kid. That's not me saying that either. That's one of his teammates. I didn't say that. Remember something. I'm an observationist. I'm not a journalist. People do something, say something. I respond to it. Sean goes, hate Seminoles? Nah. 3-0. Nah. I'm good against them dudes. Got a couple game balls right back there for them. We're all good. I got a couple Gator game balls too, though. Wide left. We didn't need any of them games. A.J. Brown is the truth. You haters need to be quiet. Then why doesn't he shut the hell up? I'll tell you what I'll do, Jay. If A.J. shuts his hole and that hole on his face, I will too. No problem. Joey B., I'm not a journalist. I've never have been in my entire life. Even though I've never been one. You know what those words, you know what journalist equals to me? Key fob whore. That's what it means to me today. Used to be a time when that was a big, a real honorable profession. Okay? Now it's not honorable. You know who said that? Dan Patrick said that journalism today is spelled with little letters. He said that. That's why Pat McAfee is the biggest show on ESPN. It's not because of journalistic integrity. You think dropping F-bombs on a network like he does is journalistic integrity? Or his takes on the vax? Or his takes of ripping ESPN journalists is journalistic integrity? You need to get your head out of your asses. That's lost decades ago. Journalistic integrity. Give me a break. Since when? If you watched MSNBC or CNN or Fox, give me a break. AJ would come on with Sills and he'd get asked about Hurts's QB abilities. Yeah, I would ask him. I would like to see someone else ask him. It'd be great if somebody in our market asked them. Calvin goes like this: 2 radio stations bitching about A.J. Brown changing his profile. No. They're not bitching about changing his profile. They're bitching about the drama he's creating for a team that doesn't need any offseason drama. They need to go to work on their defense, and work on their cohesiveness on offense. This is counterproductive stuff. All kidding aside, this is stuff you don't need right now when you're trying to pursue. Do you think this is becoming of a champion? Isn't this Dallas Cowboys shit? Do you actually think you would ever hear any of this in Kansas City with Andy Reid and Mahomes? You have to understand, it's not just the professionalism that Mahomes shows all the time, even with his loser brother and his big mouth wife. It's the professionalism that he shows in light of those people around him. Same with Brady. This has got nothing to do with ability. It's got everything to do with managing your team and focus. How many people believe that A.J. Brown is focused to win a Super Bowl right now? Do you? Hey, Barb, do you think A.J. Brown right now is focused to win a Super Bowl? Or do you think he's focused right now to try to get as much money as Tyreek Hill at $30 million because of what the Eagles just paid Devontae? And one last time, and I'll even go here with Senior. Deebo Samuel, $24 million, no Super Bowl ring. A.J. Brown, $25 million, no Super Bowl ring. Devontae Adams, $28 million, no Super Bowl ring. And the 2 guys that are paid high weren't paid that money. They were paid after the fact. And Kansas City, when Hill wanted more, they told him, forget it, we're not paying you. And they kicked the can down the road. If Missing Parsons did this, it's a block on ESPN. 304, right. Or if CeeDee Lamb did this. Can you imagine if CeeDee Lamb was doing all this shit to Jerry Jones and to Mike McCarthy right now? Shit, they're already a 304. They're throwing a bitch that he's not at OTAs, right? They're throwing a bitch that he's not at OTAs. And he's practicing himself. Isn't that right? And Michael Parsons is working out himself. They're throwing a bitch that those guys are not with the team. How about this clown's ass? Creating things that don't need to be created. As a matter of fact, so today he deleted the post that explained his infantile behavior because the Patriots, once the Patriots confirmed that they had reached out and Elliott Wolf, the GM, had reached out to the Eagles, he deleted that preposterous lie of a text that even we posted. It makes everyone look stupid because I know what that kind of mentality is. Do you really think when he posted the explanation on why he changed all of his social media to Patriot stuff was what he posted? Holy shit, you are guppies and will fall for anything. I didn't believe a word of it. And no one else, well, that's not true. Everyone believed it. See, Sileo? And then he deletes it today when it was confirmed New England did reach out to Philly on his availability. This guy is bipolar. Dude, this would not be a drama queen open if it wasn't for the biggest drama queen in the league. You have him on your team in a time when you don't need it. New coordinator. Quarterback had a shitty year. 1-7 meltdown. No explanations. That fireside nightmare of a press conference pre-draft with Howie and Sirianni was a joke. God forbid you guys are running the tweed circle. Most of you don't know what the tweed circle is because your intelligence level by some of you, not all of you, is so low, you'll believe anything. You actually believe that explanation that Tom Brady was his favorite. Oh my God. Hey, by the way, the problem with the Philly media is they buy all that. We posted it. IP posted it. 97.5. I never believed a second of that thing. He doesn't give a shit about the Eagles. He gives a shit about his numbers. That's it. And when it comes out to be true, you try to make me the bad guy. Dude, I'm just watching this guy's behavior the last 2 days. And I'm commenting on it. And you guys don't want to be told what he's doing? How is that on me? Slager goes, if you don't agree, dude, what do you mean agree with me? I haven't thrown an opinion out yet. I got that coming up here. I haven't even hit the opinion page yet. What are you talking about? What's the opinion? The opinion on the things that he's been doing the last 24 hours? Because the Patriots made an inquiry about him and his agent and him found out? And that's why he did that. You understand that, right? How about this? Do we all agree the reason he did all this the last day was because his agent and him found out the Patriots called? Nothing about the Dynasty Netflix show. Had nothing to do with that. The following of Jacoby Brissett and some of the other players on the Patriots. It was because they inquired about him. NBC Boston confirmed it too. That's not an opinion. They confirmed it. You think there's any coincidence the Patriots confirming that they reached out to the... So wait a minute. Look at what Slager's trying to explain to you. He thinks it's coincidence that the day that Elliott Wolf, the general manager, says we're in the market for looking for a big-time wide receiver, he changes his social media platforms to Patriot stuff. The Patriots confirmed that they reached out to the Eagles. This is all in the same day. He thinks that's opinion. That's not an opinion. All of that's been confirmed. Slagger, what's not confirmed? That he changed his emojis and all that to Patriots? Patriots confirmed that they reached out to the Eagles? That's opinion? He says that's opinion when the Patriots have confirmed reaching out to Howie Roseman. That's an opinion. When it's been confirmed by Albert Breer, NBC Boston, and the Patriots themselves. That's opinion? And it just so happens on the same day he puts New England Patriots stuff up on his platforms. That's opinion? That's what happened. No. Again, I'm not debating with low forehead IQ people who don't get it. Dude, that's right. 10Z, he's not genuine. That guy's not genuine. And you know it. So let's move on. I mean, I could sit here all day and laugh at this guy for 100 hours on what kind of dope and what kind of drama queen he is and how bipolar he is on a day-to-day basis, and all this over money. That's ego. It's not a teammate. Devontae is a teammate. Let's move on. Patrick Surtain is in play. And here's what Sean Payton is now saying and how he is. The deal has to be right. And for Patrick Surtain to be dealt, the Eagles have the Eagles have reached out to the availability of Patrick Surtain. They're not the only team that have reached out for his availability. And here's why. Sean Payton came out today in a press conference and said, we need a quarterback. I think this is all going to come down to how much